talking about Brazil, the author tries to give a different and a contrasting picture about the Brazil and the people, their mannerisms. See, here he doesn't talk about the mannerisms, he doesn't talk about their food habits and all. Something that is special and unusual registered by the author, he has made a note of it. For example, when we saw in Japan, he thought that the mannerisms was something unique, something special, something that took his attention. So when he comes to Brazil, he talks about the traffic in Brazil. He says that traffic in Brazil is extraordinarily horrible. He just cannot digest how these people have this kind of mannerisms towards the traffic, towards the road sense. So one thing you'll have to understand, when the author is trying to talk about something negative about the traffic in another country, that means you have to understand how good his country would have been. So when it comes to the Americans and the Europeans, they are very well mannered in their traffic senses. Let you be aware that the people in these foreign places, in the Western countries, they do not have the habit of honking unnecessarily. They don't honk unnecessarily. Especially in countries of Europe, like Japan and Spain and all, honking is done on a special occasion, only for two reasons. One is when it is a celebration. Only when it is a very good celebration, people just move in their cars and they keep honking. The other time is when people they have forgotten, the signal is on and they have forgotten to start their vehicle and move. Sometimes, the people, they just doze off. They just love to have that 1 minute nap during the signal, 1.5 minutes. So if the person has forgotten to look at that and the person is just gone, the traffic is on and the vehicles have to move, only at that time they honk and try to wake up the driver. Only in two places it is done. Otherwise, nothing like that. So he tries to say that Brazil has a different kind of mannerism when it comes to following the traffic and traffic rules. He starts, and he also gives us two incidents, two examples how beautiful these people are. First, he says that nobody in Brazil hurries up for anything. They have all the time in the world to do their things very neatly, lethargically. So it also says that even if he tries to say, even if you go 1 hour late to the place where you're supposed to reach, nobody will question you why you were late. So that is the mentality of the people. Probably even they know that the traffic is very horrible. So he says nobody hurries there and they are not very keen on keeping up the time. So that's one thing that the author has noted. Second thing, he talks about the pavement in a place called Copacabana. Copacabana is a place, it's beautifully laid down pavements and there are parks and all. This pavement, the footpath, the walking path in Copacabana, they are neatly decorated and designed by mosaics. They have mosaic decoration everywhere, and the author appreciates the artistic method, artistic nature of the people in Copacabana who have artistically designed the pavements. So he says that pavement, looking at that, so it only says that people have lot of time to be highly artistic. They also have the time in the world to enjoy the artistic beauty, to enjoy this mosaic design while they are walking and also doing their exercises. When they stand near the footpath and do their exercises, the people, they enjoy this kind of mosaics. But on the contrary, he says, when these beautiful hands that design the floor, design the pavements, once they are at the steering, I don't know how murderous they become. They just can't bear. They become unbelievably murderous. And they start, he says, they gain speed in 1/10 of a second and they just start dashing on the road. They become so savage kind of people. So once they are free, they do all the artistic things. Once they have the steering wheel in their hands, they can be any fast. No speed is very fast for them. That's what the author tries to say. Even the fastest speed is very slow for them. So they want to be very quick on their vehicles. He also says that it's a universal complaint. The people of Brazil also complain that cars are very expensive there, and cars expensive nature is only because of the import duties. There are no factories probably, and they can't manufacture these cars at all, so they have to import. Once you import something, the import duty, the excise duty on it, it just doubles and triples. So the cars in Brazil, they are highly expensive, but still the roads are filled with cars. The author worries, how is it that the people there, each one of them have a car? How is it possible when the cars are so expensive? How is it the road is completely filled with vehicles? So this has connected to making the pedestrian's life a very dangerous one, a very hazardous one. See, when you have a road completely filled with vehicles, it is impossible for you to walk or even to cross the road. So even the pedestrians here, their life is always at risk. They don't know how to cross the road at all, because, not just because there are motor cars, because the drivers there, they have a kind of war. War between the drivers and pedestrians is completely murderous. So it is almost like the driver trying to target the pedestrian. It's almost like a hunter and a prey. So they will be just trying to hit each other and target each other all the time. So the author, he mockingly says, so this time it is mine. So I have escaped this time. Let me see how are you going to escape next time. Today is my day. Tomorrow will be your day. So we'll see all these things. But he says, though they seem to be murderous, it is a good-tempered one. Nobody takes revenge on the road. They don't have that road rage. They do it. They enjoy doing it. And the pedestrians also, they feel that they have won a war crossing the road. So that is what is observed here. So finally he talks about the traffic at Avenida Presidente Vargas. It is the worst of all. The people, he tries to write, George Mike writes here, that people could spend hours together contemplating, planning how to cross the road. And it never stops. And it's just like one big river of vehicles that keeps moving and moving and moving. So suddenly when he sees his friend on the other side, sarcastically and humorously they exchange words asking, how did you get on to the other side? When did you get on to the other side? So the other person on the other side, he mockingly says, no, I did not come here, but I was born here only. So that is what the criticism that is spoken about. So traffic at Avenida is the worst. So everywhere in Japan, Brazil, the traffic is worst. So the overall view of this lesson is, we have learnt about the Japanese in the previous unit, that Japanese are very well mannered, they love privacy, they respect privacy, they have a different mannerism of bowing down to people, and that is, he says it is very infectious. And also one special nature is eating the soup. When it comes to Brazil, he talks about two important things. The creativity of Brazilians, they are highly artistic in nature, but at the same time, even though the cars are very expensive, they are very bad drivers. He also, in one point of time, he says, the drivers do not give place at all. So they, every hour, you are forced to commit at least 20 mistakes on road. So you have to overtake from the left side. Sometimes people, you will be moving and people overtake from both the sides. So you don't know which side to move. So he says the drivers are friendly, murderous also at the same time, contrasting pictures. So they force us to have at least 20 mistakes, 20 crimes, in 1 hour. So this is about the Brazil and the people of Brazil, how different their mannerisms are. So in this chapter, we have learnt about special, only two things, very fine special qualities about two countries. Remember one thing, this is not about the whole of Japan, not the whole of Brazil. It's only giving special mannerisms of these two countries. Hope you have understood this lesson. Okay, then in the next video, we'll be talking about the questions and answers that will be appearing from these two lessons. We will also talk about how to write the answers from these 2 points, from these two lessons. Okay. from these two parts of the lesson. Hope you have noted down all the points that were written on the board. Once you make a note of it, your learning will be still more easy. Okay, we'll see in the next video how to write the answers.